All right, shalom, shalom. I want to start saying, I want to start saying all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah Hakodash, a double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, and shalom, Wakasah, Lahabakyar, which is a peace and mercy to the elect throughout the phone calls, wherever it may be. I'm the brother Amar from the branch of GMS Cleveland. Come back at you with another video, and this is a lesson regarding usually I don't do these videos, but every now and then you gotta, kind of balance it out. Um, but yeah, this is gonna be a video regarding the believers of the women. You know what I'm saying? If you are a woman, you know what I'm saying, whether you a widow, you know what I'm saying, or a woman that's seeking a husband, I would highly recommend you read Proverbs the 31st chapter, and I believe First Peter's what is that because I want to get into that as well. Yeah, First Peter is the third chapter. So those two chapters I would highly recommend you read if you are a woman, you know what I'm saying, without a husband, or praying for a husband, or a widow. But I'm gonna get into it. I just want to hit these few verses, and Lord, will us be edifying. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? It says, for her price is far above rubies. And virtue is basically meaning like righteous, upright, decent, good. Um, and obviously, the day and age that we live in, that's few and far in between. Because a lot of the women of our nation are pretty much sluts, whores, hoes, thoughts, you know what I'm saying, things of that nature. They're not, they're not, uh, um, they're not thinking about the scriptures or the ways of Yahweh Shema Shah being in order. Why? Because obviously, first and foremost, it's the curses, and then it's the propaganda and the BS that Esau Edom has been pushing out through his media, especially with the hip hop and the things that are appealing to our people. He has basically made the women of our nation appeal to basically wickedness. Like he put like women like Lil Kim's, Cardi B's, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce. He put those women in position to lure our women into thinking that being a promiscuous a whorish woman is virtuous, or right, or good. But in all actuality, it's completely wrong and opposite of the scriptures. Because the scriptures talk about women behaving themselves in a modest apparel and basically being submissive to their husbands, which is scriptural, and the order and righteous way of doing things if you are a woman. Like I said, but Esau Edom, he is the prince of the air. He has control of the media and the airways and the radios, and just the image of how men and women should be. So he's pushing out the wrong way for women to behave. So, like I said, if you are a woman that believes, you should be definitely reading these particular chapters. So anyway, back in Proverbs 31 and 10, who can find a virtuous woman? For a price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband, which is the mind of her husband, do safely trust in her, right? Because if you have a righteous, virtuous woman, you will be able to trust that your woman is in accordance with the scriptures, and that she's pretty much living her life to the best of her abilities according to the scriptures. And just like we are, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we're not perfect. The men I'm talking about, and this at this particular point, us men, we're not perfect, but we're trying to the best of our abilities to do right by how Bashim Shah. But of course, we fall short. But nonetheless, we are trying. Same thing with women. Women, they will fall short because they are still under the curses, and they're not perfect, and they don't have the law, statutes, commandments in the inward part, so they will fall short. But nonetheless, you can tell the women that's trying and that are not trying. So for the women that are trying, definitely kudos. And big ups to you women that are definitely trying to the best of your abilities to believe in Yahweh Shema Shah and do what's right. So it says, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. And like I said, this is going to a virtuous, righteous woman, a wife, more than likely, that's doing right by her husband. You know what I'm saying? She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. And that's the thing, man. A lot of our women, they don't want to submit and be in order with the men of Israel, in particular, the 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, more so the southern kingdom, because the southern kingdom, they catch pretty much the brunt of the prophecies, or the slack, if you will. You know what I'm saying? If you were Southern Kingdom, you were Judah, so-called Judite, so-called Negro, not a so-called, but Judite or so-called Negro, you will find yourself catching more hell because you know what I'm saying. This is just how it is. But nonetheless, man, verse 14, she is like the merchant's ships. She bringeth her food from afar, and she riseth also while it is yet nigh, and giveth meat to her husband and a portion to her maidens. She considereth a field, um, and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planted a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengthened her arms. It says she preserveth that her she perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff. And that's a big problem with our women today. They don't want to submit and be in order. And this chapter, for the most part, is going into being submissive to your husband and being in order, man. And order is a big part and a very important part of our culture, and a very important part of Yahweh Shemel Shah, and a very important part of the scriptures. Because if you don't have order, you have nothing. Quote one of the brothers. You know what I'm saying? And from I'm gonna just say from Wisconsin. And so if you don't have order, you have nothing. And that's what these women don't understand. In order for you to succeed in life and what you're trying to do, you have to have order, because that's what the scriptures deal with. Anyway, verse 20, it says, she stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She make themselves coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known at the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh a fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchants. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. So yeah, like I said, this is basically describing the virtuous, righteous woman, um, that's trying her to the best of her abilities to do right by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It says, verse 26, she opened her mouth with wisdom, and in all her tongue is a law of kindness. Right? She's going to be focused on what the scripture's saying, not her feelings. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellence excelleth them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. And that's the thing, man. In this kingdom right now, women and men, but in particular, like I said, with this lesson, women that praise and fear Yahweh Shema Shah and honor their husbands, they're not uplifted. You know what I'm saying? They're shunned. They're pretty much talked down upon. That's the way Esau Edom has it, to basically disgrace the holy women that's trying to the best of their abilities to do right by the scriptures and Yahweh Shema Shah. Um, so yeah, if you are a woman that's listening to this video, definitely do right by your husband, do right by Yahweh Shema Shah, because that is the order of things. The Lord is not with prideful, boastful women. He's not with women being in the forefront and handling things. You are supposed to be a helpmate, a pillar unto your husband. Verse 31, it says, give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. So now, let me go to the book of First Peter 3 and 1. And like I said, these are two chapters that I will highly recommend that women that believe read. This is First Peter 3 and 1. Likewise, ye wives, be in subjection to your own husbands, that if any obey not the word, they also may without the word be won by the conversation of the wise. Now, what does that mean? If you might, you might be wondering. When you read that in NLT, which I'm about to do, you'll see that you get a clearer understanding of what that means. So, like I said, this is what I'm about to do. Scroll down, NLT. This is First Peter 3 and 1. In the same way, ye wives must accept the authority of your husbands. Then, even if some refuse to obey the good news, which is the gospel, the word gospel means good news. Your godly lies will speak to them without any words. They will be won over by observing your pure and relevant lies, man. Right. So basically, even if the women, say if you are a woman and you're serving your husband in truth and sincerity, and you're doing according to what the scriptures say, according to the best of your abilities, and you have like so-called girlfriends or best friends or women friends or whatever, what they're going to observe is, even if you don't mention the scriptures to them, they're going to observe your mannerisms, your behavior, and how you fasten your life and your ways into your husband, until your They're going to they're going to observe it and take heed to it. So they're going to basically inquire like why you do those things that you do, and that will make them want to be more in order with their household and their wife and their husbands. And that's how it works, man. Because as the old saying goes, actions speak louder than words. This is verse 2. While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear, who is adoring, let it not be that outward adoring of plaiting the hair and of wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is the sight of a God of great price. So basically, yeah, they don't have to necessarily understand the scriptures to want to do them. You know what I'm saying? Because even with the brethren, you know what I'm saying? The brothers, you know, people don't necessarily understand the scriptures, but they can observe our mannerisms and our behavior on how we conduct ourselves, and want to basically replicate that, so you can understand. So this is First Peter 3 and 2 in the NLT. It says, by observing your pure and relevant lives, don't be concerned about the outward beauty of fancy hairstyles and expensive jewelry, or beautiful clothes. You should clothe yourselves instead with the beauty of that which of that the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to Yahweh, man. Right, and that's the things that we glory in. We glory in basically the inward man, not the outward man, because the world is concerned with our man. We are concerned with the inward man, and basically walking the spirit and doing things that's pleasing to Yahweh Shem Shah. So this is First Peter 3 and 5. It says, for after this manner in the old time, the holy women um who trust in Yahweh adore themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, man. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement, man. So yeah, you basically want to be in that same spirit that Sarah came in. She acknowledged Abraham as her husband, and she was in complete submission unto him. So this is First Peter 3 and 5, and see, this is how the holy women of old made themselves beautiful, right? It says they put their trust in Yahweh and accepted the authority of their husbands. For instance, Sarah obeyed her husband Abraham and called him her master. Ye are her daughters when ye do what is right without fear of what your husbands might do. So yeah, man, that is the point, man. Basically, you if you are a woman, listen to the video. You want to take heed into what the scriptures say, man, because women can get caught up in their emotions and feelings. The scriptures don't deal with that, man. The scriptures deal with logic, and order. You know what I'm saying, and rationale, concerning the mind and state of Yahweh Shemel Shai. So yeah, I pray this is edifying. With that, I'm gonna give all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the Apostle Israel Millstone, a Shalom Wakasah Backyard, which is peace and mercy to the elect. Lord willing, is this is edifying, and without him say Shalom and the Bible ball.